So this video is about our first camp stove from Princess Auto. So we started off with unboxing, making sure all the parts were there. They gave you just the right amount of screws for the whole thing. And for this part right here, I read a review saying you have to make sure this is very tight, otherwise smoke can leak on the seams. So I use my power tools to make sure it's very tight. Let me know what you think on a comment. I was thinking, should I just hire a welder to seal that completely so I don't have to worry about it, or leave it as is and I guess just make sure I have my power tools whenever we go camping. I don't think we're going to be going backcountry camping anytime soon, so we're likely just going to go to campsites, winter campsites like Mule Lake, which we're actually going there next month. That's why we're preparing for that camping trip. So this is the finished product. Yes, I assembled it in my living room. And next, we'll take it outside for our first burn. Here's the new and improved Bushwhack John. Trying to make kindlings out of those big wood. It's this stove's maiden voyage. Look at him. He's a bushwhack guy now.
Sorry, what's that noise?
All right, we're gonna light it up. We're ready. Here we go. Well, the pipe seems to be working so far. Not sure if you can see the smoke coming out of it. It's kind of hard to see from here. There. Pipe's working. Oh, the paint coming out of this, or the fumes from the paint stinks. All the reviews were right. So we were told to burn the crap out of this for about 2 hours, and then another maybe 1 or 2 more times until the paint bubbles off. Maybe we'll repaint, maybe we'll just keep it rustic. But what I've done so far was, see that fake bottom? It didn't come with a fake bottom, so I sacrificed one of my cookie cooling racks, bent it to create a false bottom. So now it should burn efficiently because now there's air coming through the bottom, and it's also now gonna burn off the bottom of the stove. So hopefully it'll make it last longer, but we'll see. Oh, one of the feedbacks as well was the lock is flimsy and it opens up. I don't know if you can see, I added this little switch right here. Oops, sorry. Freaked out there for a second. Let me close this a bit so I can show you. So when you close this, by me adding that little latch there, see how it created a seal right there, versus without that there's like at least about 1/2 inch gap. So right there. So this is just, I don't know, something I found in my toolbox. I thought it was like an innovative way of adding something to make it more efficient. So yeah. So right now we're debating whether to get an Esper or an ATOC tent. We'll see. Because it'll be a shame not be able to use this in January once we winter camp. So we'll see what's gonna work better. Oh, I just noticed something. I think I might have to add a spark arrestor up there. Didn't get caught in camera, but while I was showing you the fire, there was a spark that went up there. So I'll have to research how to add a spark arrestor, because you don't want those sparks landing on your tent. Although those canvas tents, from what I know, is it's sprayed with that non-flammable spray. Oh, it really stinks. You know what it smells like? It smells like a burnt tortilla chips that's stale. Yeah, it's like chemical smell. So they're right about the paint. See how the paint right now, it's kind of like bubbling off. Not sure if you can see from this angle. So that's normal. I was told it was sprayed by a cheaper type of paint that's not heat resistant. So aside from this being our first burn, trying it out to see so we can figure it out, we're also burning up that paint, and then Johnny and I are gonna buy like a proper paint, and we'll just repaint it. Just making more kindling here. Should we put a bigger wood now?
Yeah, we need, well, that's the whole point. We need an axe or something to cut this up unless we can do it this way.
I can't find the axe. I put it away somewhere.
Okay, it's a good problem, but I'm gonna have to speed up, okay?
Can't we just put that big one in there?
Not really. It's too big. We can get some other pieces. It'll be fine. Just give me some time. I'll cut it up.
Yeah, poor John's using a knife to splinter this wood. I put away our camping stuff. I safely tucked away our axe. I can't find where it is. So he's trying to create more of those small pieces using a knife. That we learned on YouTube, by the way. I can't remember who was showing that. I think it was Adventure Girl, so thank you. Yeah, this paint really, really stinks. Okay, so we can't chop up that big piece because we don't have a proper axe right now, so I'm just gonna put that big thing here, hoping that it'll burn. It's a very, very dry wood. These are some of our wood from summer that we kept in the garage. Safely tucked in there, away from any moisture, so hopefully it's dry enough for it to pick up. Oh, you can smell this paint burning off the stove with leaks. Looks like it's burning. It's dry enough that it's actually picking up. Although one mod that I wanted to do on the stove is to find an elbow to make it bend 90 degrees. The problem though is most pipes They're about 4 to 6 inches in diameter. This one here is 2.5 inches. So I can't find a pipe small enough that bends 90 degrees. So I might just have to make sure I have a spark arrestor in there, because if this is upright on our tent, the last thing I want is for any of, see, I don't know if you caught that. Some of the sparks are coming out from the top. I don't want that landing on our new tent once we buy it. So I'll have to figure out how to put a spark arrestor. So the false bottom seems to be working like a charm. Alrighty. We don't have a proper axe, so we had no choice but to shove that log in there. So we're just hoping it choke the fire. Sorry about all the barking, that's our dogs, they're annoying. The good news is, we know that the smoke is going up there. I was kind of worried about this 2.5 inch pipe. I just thought it might not be big enough, but that's a good thing. So I just have to make sure I figure out how to put a spark arrestor in there. So far so good. For a $58 Princess Auto stove, it's not bad. I mean, compared to the other stoves that are over $300. It's our first time, so we figure if we screw this up, at least we didn't pay too much for it. So we'll just let this burn for the next hour or so, then maybe do another one tomorrow, and then I'll have a follow-up video evaluating the quality of the paint. So far, there are some spots that are bubbling up. I'm not sure if you can see it from this angle. It's also getting dark now, so I'll show a follow-up picture tomorrow. But yeah, not bad for a less than $60 stove from Princess Auto.